When you want to get off the darkest ground.
Assets.
Yeah, those guys are
pulls you
assets.
straight down.
I actually barely know the history behind that.
From a bird's eye
Yeah,
view.
they started issuing copyright strikes and signs.
You should grow feathers and see this.
But over the old music, which I like much better.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down, down. Clear sky.
We're back.
Uh-oh. Is that a promise or a threat?
I think it's a promise because we're here.
Good, because I wouldn't want to suggest that somebody was trying to threaten
Well,
me with a good time.
well,
I thought it
howdy,
was just
y'all.
a notification.
Hey.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to yet another movie night. We are here, and we're live, and we are ready as ever, which isn't a whole lot, but we're here. So I am so glad to see everybody here. Thank you all for coming, and we also have a lovely panel of people with us this evening. So why don't we get right into our introductions? We've got Brooke with us tonight.
Hey, I'm Brooke. Yeah, I don't apologize for some of my suggestions. Don't apologize at all, that's all I'm going to say.
You should, though.
Well,
Oh, I should. Doesn't mean I will.
we're glad you're here with us, Brooke, and we also have Lord Croco Squirrel.
Hello, how are you folks today? This evening, whatever it is in your particular part of the planet?
Doing pretty fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm still breathing in and out. I keep waking up that way. I don't get it.
Well, breathing is good, so we're glad you're doing that. We're also glad that you're here with us tonight.
We might actually miss a movie night the first part of April. Looks like we'll probably be moving about then. We'll see.
Ah, well, we will miss you, but obviously take care of what you need to. We also have with us this evening Mom Nato.
Hello.
How are you
How are
doing?
you all? I'm not too bad. How about you all?
Doing all right, thank you very much. Glad to have you here with us.
Thank you.
And we also have a tornado with us.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tornado Pelt, and, well, things have been going quite well.
Well,
have
that's
you
good.
destroyed any trailer parks this week?
Well, I wish I could say I have, but no thanks. I think I'll let the actual weather do that for me.
Aw, no fun.
Oh dear.
Plus,
Well,
there aren't any trailer parks near where I live. Those are all in the Great Plains.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Well-
I think there's one not too far from me. If not, there's definitely one where I used to live up out there, and where I used to live before I moved out here to where I'm at currently.
You mean before you moved out of that one fort?
No, I wasn't in the fort. I was by there, but yeah, there was technically the trailer park, if you want to call it that, of like 2 streets of trailer houses.
Oh jeez.
There. So, hey, this town just recently, before I moved, in like I think it was actually after I moved in the 2020 census, it finally broke 1,000.
Wow.
It was a tiny little town.
Yeah, that's like the town I grew up in. It was like a half a square mile, the whole town,
Like,
and it was like, under 1,000 people easily.
Yeah. It was a hole in the ground because the center of town was the creek, and that was the lowest point in town. And not only that, we didn't get our first Dollar General until 2018.
Oof.
And the thing is, it wasn't even in the town; it was across the highway outside of the town. It technically wasn't even in city limits, if you want to even call it city limits for the town.
Right.
Yeah, can you even call that a city? Oh,
It's more of a town at that point.
I live in a trailer
grew
park.
up in a town that was less than a square mile.
I lived in a trailer park where the actual Dollar General was, quite honestly, a 5 minutes walk away.
Yeah.
Not even.
Not even a 5 minutes walk. I could literally just go, when we needed cold soda, I could literally just walk down part of the route to the trailer park, literally pop into the Dollar General, grab a soda, pay for it, then walk back up to my trailer.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, like, I mean,
Also known as sucks to be you, Brooke.
yeah, like there was literally nothing to do in that place.
Yeah.
It really wasn't. And the thing is, I can't drive, so I never left there unless I had to leave on certain days when the bus for that particular county would come out there, because they only come out at certain times on certain days, and that was
My
also the same to get
condolences.
home. Yeah.
It definitely sucked to you about then.
Yeah, I did. And I had, but yeah, now I live in a much bigger city. There's a lot more to do, and I can pretty much either walk where I want to go. Granted, I'm in about the center of town, so it's about. The first thing I would do would be about 5 miles away.
Right.
Either that, take a lift, or I can bike with my new bike that I just got.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A 5-hour trip by a 5-hour trip by bicycle would be very tiring. However.
5-hour trip. It's 5 miles, so it's about an hour and a half.
On foot.
Yeah. On bike, it's like maybe 30 minutes. And I only know that because the sporting goods store I went to is about 4.5, 5 miles away. And I walk there and then bike back.
Yeah.
Well,
I need a new seat for it because it's the standard seat and it's ain't comfortable.
well, we're glad to have you here with us as well, Tornado.
Yeah, I actually live in a town currently with less people than the town I lived in when I first joined movie night, and that lesser amount of people is actually spread out across more space.
Oh no.
Well,
The town I used to live in had 4,000-ish people in 3.81 square miles. The town I currently reside in has a little under 3,200 people in about 8.13 square miles. So
Oh, is
literally,
that all?
So smaller population density.
Should I just go?
Yeah. No, we're very glad to have you here with us as well, Tornado. And lastly, we also have Bionic Dance with us.
Hi, folks. We have a lovely panel tonight, and also me.
Well,
You-
we have to
you
save
are-
the
you-
best
you-
for last.
Yeah.
What did I
the
tell
last
you about
couple of
putting
days have
yourself
been
down
kind
there?
of screwy, but
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here. And fortunately, this time I'm well supplied with weed. But
there you go.
hashtag someone fund Kate's weed habit, because seriously, this stuff ain't cheap.
Yeah,
So,
no.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad to have you here with us as well. All right. So, I think that means it's time for our wheel.
Did we get Mom Nadal?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, she
Okay.
was before Tornado.
indeed.
I missed it. I'm sorry.
I'm quiet today. I'm hurting. So
Oh. I'm
oh
sorry.
good God!
Oh, that green one is too fuzzy to read. Is that
I
phenomenon?
know. It is phenomenon.
Okay.
But yeah, it kind of shrunk it up. The longer the name, it kind of shrinks it to fit in there.
It looks like hieroglyphics.
Didn't do a very
Yeah.
good job.
Well, we have Secret, we have Phenomenon, we have Footprints, we have Cancer, and we have UFO. I think we have a theme on the wheel tonight.
UFO was there last
Everybody-
week,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Everybody demand to avoid cancer. Nobody wants that.
Yeah, UFO was is the only one left from last week.
Well,
want the cancer one.
maybe it's the horoscope cancer.
Yeah, it
No,
doesn't
it's
matter.
not.
Cancer sucks regardless of what
Not.
you do.
I don't
Crypto!
want to see it.
I see crypto.
Well, I mean, horoscopes are woo too.
That's true.
Yeah. So secret and cancer are the two we want, especially cancer.
Well, we'll
Okay,
see what
here
the
we
wheel
go.
has for us.
Wheel of misfortune. Turn, turn, turn. Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it. Do 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 do. Oh boy, here we go, here we go, here we go. Big money, no whammies, and
Secret.
fuck.
Okay, I think that's my other one.
Well, I guess we'll
Possibly.
see here. Let's take a look. So, secret is it's not even proper English. Okay, so this one is called "What If Secret Aliens Among Us?"
Yep, that's mine.
It's not even proper English.
Is
It
this
hurts to read
Laura-
it.
Is this the Gina Marie Colvin Hill?
No,
No,
it's
No.
not Gina. It
we
is-
don't
I
have
can
any.
guarantee
No,
it is not.
no Gina this week.
You might as well let
It's-
the cat out of the bag before I do, Brooke.
It's
It's
about
Orphan Red.
deodorant.
Oh, that would be a good one.
It's Orphan Red.
Ah, even
Oh,
worse.
fuck no.
Oh, the cancer
Oh,
one?
no.
Yes, sadly.
Tornado. Tornado.
He said he wasn't going to apologize for what he's in, or
Yeah.
she said she wasn't going to apologize for what she's about to inflict
Hi.
upon us. I
I've been
still think
Oh,
she
but,
should.
but cancer tornado, if you really want to blow a gasket, cancer is jelly juice.
Oh, fuck no.
I decided to bring extra pain.
I
this
told
week.
you nobody wanted cancer.
Fuck no.
All right. Well,
Looks like
Oh,
bad
no, I
70s
can't-
low budget sci-fi,
Oh.
like Logan's
Yeah.
Run low budget, like Zardoz low budget.
I did.
Actually,
my
Logan's
God.
Run had a fairly sizable budget for its day.
Well, fine. Okay, it looks like something out of Zardoz, all right?
Okay, can
I
we just
did-
say I really don't want to see the face of Professor Funbags.
Oh, let's just get it over with.
all
Let's
right.
get this over
I
with
think-
so we can rag on the jelly juice.
I
Yeah.
didn't really
I mean-
watch a whole lot of it. I kind of watched just kind of listened to bits of it, and yeah, I think it'll be good.
She could be an alien out of early Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yes, she could. In fact, that was pretty much my thought the first time I saw her.
Right. All right. Well, let's get started, shall we? Here we go, everybody.
Hi. I've been thinking about aliens a lot this week because I think maybe I'm an alien hybrid. I'm not sure. Let me know if you think I
Whoa,
am.
drink!
Now you guys have gotten as far as I have.
Yeah, I don't know who got first on that one. It was kind of a combo. We'll go.
Alien hybrid.
We'll go in order, I suppose. I've got Tornado at the top of the list, then Bionic Dance, then Squirrel, and then Brooke. Tornado.
What the unholy fuck?
No stealing my lines.
Jesus Christ, lady.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you smoking and where can I avoid it? You Mickey
Hey!
Mouse piece.
Get your own
Hey,
lines.
smoking's fun.
Depends on what you're smoking.
Well, I
Yeah.
prefer to vape, but you know.
Yeah.
Holy shit, lady.
Yeah, she's a little nuts, to say the least.
Well,
A little nuts. This woman is so high. She's already past. She's already well on her way to Alpha Centauri.
I
Yeah.
don't think this is high. This is acid.
Yeah, more like that.
This is tripping.
Oh dear.
Moving on.
Bionic Dance.
Yeah, okay. So she says, I think I might be an alien hybrid. I'm not sure. Now, I'm like, what diagnosis, what diagnostic technique do you use to figure out if you're an alien hybrid and which aliens? Because I've seen way too many of these nut bars talk about like, oh yeah, aliens are visiting Earth and there's like 5 or 6 species that come here and blah, 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 blah. I want to know which specific aliens and how she's going to find out if she's like a bastard love child of E.T.
Simple. It's the Roswell Greys, and she did the dirty with one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put it past her. Let's go over to Squirrel.
Alien cest.
That
All right.
smells
So,
disturbing.
I want to know how. Okay, let's get a little more basic here. And Kate brings up some good points. One of which I actually had I had fixed in my little brain. I'll let her have it. In this case, are we talking about aliens as in we have absolutely similar DNA? Because if you don't, you're screwed. You won't be able to breed. The alien wouldn't even be able. Your mother wouldn't have been able to make you, and the alien wouldn't have been interested. Okay, there's a whole bunch of ways that this can go. I think there's a type of a mole. There's a type of mole that will sexually assault some of the local underground shrews because the device in question actually fits. But unless they developed it almost exactly the same way we did, the chances of that ever happening are zero.
Yeah.
Well, what if it's one of those deals where, like, she's not physically a hybrid, but she has aliens in her aura or something, where they've joined with her mystical? Because I've read about that shit too, and it's bizarre
that wouldn't create an actual hybrid.
Well, okay, but maybe she's stupid enough to think that's what that is.
Yeah.
I have the foggiest idea, nor would I have any way to test that. However, if she's an actual alien hybrid, the modifications that would have been required to DNA to get it all to fit, yeah, that would be a thing. That would be a definite diagnostic method.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'd be willing to bet that she has been genetically tested at some point in the past and was found to be human entirely.
But she says, I think I might be a hybrid. What traits does she have that makes her think
Maybe
she might?
she'll tell us.
Probably not.
Why would any of the alleles in question fit at all?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Does she even know the word allele?
I don't think so, but I'd be willing to bet we're going to find out.
Yeah.
The answer is probably no. But given all of the other claims that she's made over the course of the last 10 years, this is probably one of the least ridiculous she's ever come up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's go over to Brooke.
Well, most everybody has pretty much said what I was thinking of what the hell are you on to even come up with this idea. Because this is as far as I got, and then I submitted it. So, you guys know as much as me. So, my prediction, basically, because the only human alien people that you ever hear about are the reptilian people. So, I think she's going somewhere along there that she might be reptilian.
Oh no, the Greys are vaguely humanoid, and some others are the Pleiades, which is a very young star cluster.
True. I guess
what are the weird, like the weird evil aliens that are apparently attacking everybody that the Scientologists believe in?
No, that's not how that works. Instead,
but they have a name, and I'm asking about the name, not how it works.
Xenu.
Thetans, that's it. They're Thetans.
Oh.
Oh yeah, those guys.
I know of.
No, I thought the Thetans were.
Unless she's fallen into the Scientology trap, there's no way she's gonna refer to those.
Yeah, I know.
Guys,
but
both of you, I have to pipe up with the fact that the Thetans were the guys that Xenu decided to nuke in a volcano.
They believe some screwed up crap about aliens in their souls or whatever. Okay.
Well, why don't we continue on and see what else she's got here? All right, here we go.
Great God, Xenu.
So I was reading this article years ago about how octopodes, which is the plural of octopus, or you could say octopuses, but I think octopodes is nicer. Octopodes,
Did he
according to
drink
science.
drink?
Octopi is the correct word.
Octopodes
Yeah.
refers to feet. Feet, podes, pod, like
Yeah.
quadrupeds and crap.
Podiatrist.
God.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Let's go over to Tornado.
It's octopi, and octopi are definitely from Earth. You know how we know? Because they have this thing that we can observe called DNA. And the fact is, it matches with every other life form on this planet, with the same base pairs and everything.
Yeah.
They are eukaryotic, multicellular animals, and we can demonstrate this. We even
Yes,
have
we
genomic sequencing that can, in fact, tell us where they are on the evolutionary tree. So, get bent.
Oh, here's a good one for you. I'll buy the idea that someone found a native hexapodal vertebrate on this planet before I'll go anywhere near there.
It would be interesting.
Show me
It'd be
that.
like the Sphinxian tree cats from the Honor Harrington series.
Yeah. Well, we also had Brooke with
the
a hand up.
dragons and fire lizards from Pern, the runner beast. You look back at the ecology of those books. All of the native fauna is hexapodal, as opposed to the quadrupeds that we are.
Well, I tried so hard to read those books, but I got to the second chapter of the first book and it was this massive info dump of names and places and people and ranks and stuff to the point where I had no idea what the hell was going on. I'm like, how am I supposed to remember any of this?
Right.
8-year-old me took notes.
Yeah, that sounds like work. Now,
Well,
Actually, I actually wanted to read it because 8-year-old me liked that shit.
maybe I'll give it another try, but seriously, I've tried 4 times and I just can't get past that second chapter.
yeah. Well, let's go over to Brooke, who's got the hand up.
Yeah, so right now, she has the sources on the screen, so that's going to be my drink call, because Tornado kind of answered my other one. And basically, that, tweet or whatever, and I don't know much on Science Direct, if that's anything even reliable. But basically saying 33 scientists argue that the octopus genome is too complex to evolve, I call bullshit. And my guess would be that is probably a pop science article, and it was probably strongly misconstrued because the person who wrote the pop science article didn't know what the fuck they were writing about.
Given the image from the right, yeah, she's been digging around in Kent Hovind's backside again.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or does it look sort of like there's some sort of strange squid-looking thing that mated with COVID-19 that produced the octopuses?
Yeah.
What?
I'm going to get
No.
a Coca-Cola. I'm going to be right back.
All right.
And Chris, do you want to leave now while you still can? This is Orphan Red.
Yeah, Chris, run now while you still have your sanity.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, I lost my sanity long time ago.
What happened?
And all I have to say, I have to get this in because it's a weekly thing that I have to bug Brooke about. Luna is best princess.
Yes.
Oh, Twilight.
So you go 50.
Twilight.
No, I still
Okay,
say it
hold on
was
just a
Usagi-chan.
I like Rainbow Dash.
But Rainbow Dash isn't a princess.
Still, I like her best.
Twilight is best pony, best main six, and best princess.
Well, why don't we
Okay, there we go.
go ahead and continue on?
We're not. My Little Pony is much more interesting.
All right. Well,
ScienceDirect.com. Yep, that's definitely popular science articles. And Science Direct is known for bullshit. So
yeah.
So, okay.
Also, Rainbow Dash is blue, and that's my favorite color.
Ooh, blue is my favorite color.
Pink is
Yeah.
my favorite color. and Pinkie
Somebody's
Pie
been
at
watching a
first
little too much
of 'em.
Friendship is Magic.
No, it's been actually years since I watched it. I just really like Rainbow Dash. She's cool.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I watched it as well.
Yeah, the Generation 1 ponies were better.
Okay, I never watched those. I think they were on the wrong channel. Like, my cheap-ass hippie parents wouldn't spring for cable until, like, 1986 or some crap. I
Oh,
missed out
geez.
on so much. I was pissed. And they wouldn't even get extended cable, so I missed out on all the MTV shows. I was pissed.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
First
let's
world
continue
problems,
on.
eh?
Here we go, guys.
Scientists are kind of maybe alien life on Earth because they're so different from
Oh
all
my
the other
God,
animals
Drake.
on Earth.
What the fuck?
Yes, bionic dance.
He's wearing dealy bobbers. I
Just now
mean,
noticed that?
no, she wasn't wearing them before. I swear
Yes, she was.
didn't
No,
have them.
she was
no.
wearing them.
Okay, well, whatever. I mean, it just, I guess, maybe it's because the way she was shaking her head and it, like, well, dealy bobbed around. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just like, she's got to be joking. She has to be kidding. There's
She
no
is
way
not.
that's.
She
Oh,
is, that's the sad part.
And she thinks octopi are aliens because nothing else looks like them.
Oh, dear.
Nothing else looks like a squid either. We still get those.
Yeah.
She's not questioning squids. Maybe she thinks that the parentage of the octopus is centered around Cthulhu.
yeah, I wonder what
Well,
she'd think of Cthulhu.
I'm thinking.
I mean, in
Cthulhu
fairness,
Flagon.
in her
Ugh.
fairness, squids are really weird.
They
But maybe
are.
she believes in the Kraken.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Sorry, I had a whole bunch of horses I had to take care of. I tried to put them all into their stable, and they all said nay.
I told you I couldn't hold them all.
Okay, that
Well, you know, I really, like, I don't believe in the horoscope, but I really love being a Sagittarius just so I can tell people I'm a horse's ass.
Mm.
Haha.
yeah.
Har.
Oh, come on. That was a good one.
The situation was really unstable.
Oh my god.
Well, that's a horse of a different color.
Okay, I'm gonna
That's
have
it,
to
you're
rein
fired,
this
Hillel.
conversation
Oh,
Guys,
fuck, I just got here.
Hello, you should trot on down the
Then come talk
track.
to me.
You can't fire me, I quit.
But Hill, warning.
No, you
We
can't quit.
We have Orphan Red.
You can't
and-
quit. You won't be fired. Slaves have to be sold.
Oh, that's Orphan Red. My god, what's she done to her hair?
I don't know. And
she's
also,
wearing Dealy Bob.
also a suggestion I made that's on the wheel tonight is also Jilly.
Oh god.
I'm so glad I don't know who that is off the top of my head. But oh my god, what is
Jillian
wrong with her hair? It looks like she's
Jillian.
tried to do Princess Leia, except she's like added cotton balls to the top.
Yeah, trying to be an
I thought
alien.
those were
Exactly
supposed to
what
be
happened.
antennas or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she wasn't.
and she must get awful reception with those
Like
things.
my favorite.
Hold on,
I know
hold on,
that
hold on, hold
Padme
on.
was inspired by Leia,
Hold-
but
It
I'd
makes
say
her look
that's more
more like
Padme than Leia.
Hold on, everybody's talking over each other. One at a time.
Yeah, she still looks like Alf.
Enough.
She really does.
All right, well, let's go down our list of hands. We have Squirrel first.
Just-
Yes.
Citation fucking needed.
Yeah.
okay, Aaron Raw would like a word at this point.
Yeah.
What we're looking at is they fit completely taxonomically. There is no reason under the sun to say they don't exist. That they're not similar to anything else. We actually have something resembling a tree for them in the geologic record. Mind you, soft things don't work for fossilization quite as well. But we've seen some corpses from much earlier. No, these things come from Earth. They use the same they use the same basic DNA structure we do. They're just way different.
Yeah.
And those things like your average bacterium are evolutionary heavyweights.
Yeah,
Let's go with we're gonna go there because of course we have that data.
Well, yeah, if she moves on from octopi to squids, don't believe her. It's a trap.
Oh my goodness.
Really?
Come on, come on. It was sitting there all pink and naked. I had to point at it.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't bring the calamari into this.
That's Lamont calamari. I hear.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, let's go over to Chris Kelling, who's got the hand up. Let's go over to Chris Kelling with the hand up.
I'm still trying to figure out if she's one of the biggest trolls or if she's actually that much of an idiot.
It's hard to tell.
Troll,
she still lists her channel as entertainment.
Mm.
And yeah, I mean, it just this always seems to be a character that she plays, but she is not as funny as Flat Out.
Right.
Well, here's a fun piece of trivia for you. She's actually a Mensa member.
Yeah,
Yes,
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it wouldn't shock me, like you're saying, to discover that she's a Poe.
Right.
Yeah, but she
had an OnlyFans, as far as I know.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I don't think I'd want to go there. I
Yeah.
wouldn't touch that with a 10-meter cattle prod.
Yeah.
I believe that's a 10 light year long cattle prod.
10-meter cattle prod is from I want to say Point Break, but I'm not sure. It's from a movie.
Well, it doesn't really matter where the cattle prod comes from. I wouldn't even touch her with said extremely extended cattle prod with somebody else's junk on it.
Right. Oh dear.
Yes, I'd have to steal that.
Yeah,
but,
I mean,
but
I always
10-meter cattle prod is definitely a movie quote. I guarantee it.
It might be. I'm not sure,
It
but
was actually I got it from Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I knew it was from something. It's just I'm a little, stoned.
yeah.
It was the original Ghostbusters movie. It was actually right at the beginning. Ray's talking about no other institution would touch them after they got put it off the campus they were on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let us go over to Brooke, who's got a hand up.
Yeah, pretty much most everybody, again, going forward, has pretty much said what I was going to say. A few other points, though. One, I just follow Poe's law, so until she's shown otherwise to be a Poe, I'm going to assume she's serious. And the other point is, someone mentioned squids, and, well, I know people who classify squids and octopi together in kind of the same category. I know that's not entirely accurate, but they do. So, yeah. If they don't mention squids, it's probably because they classify all men together.
Right.
She does.
Isn't there a difference between octopus and squid?
Yes.
Or are they both just classified as calamari?
Well, I mean, if you just look at them, like, morphologically, they're pretty different. Like, the only thing super similar about them is tentacles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So
then
let's
again,
act like-
the only thing that's similar to them in Japanese hentai is tentacles.
Okay.
Yeah,
with that joke,
actually,
let's
most
wrap
hentai
up.
involve tentacles. Tentacles are a
Let's-
specific subspecies.
Let's just wrap that joke up, and we're just gonna move on.
Yeah, Tornado security's going to rough you up a bit on the way out.
Yeah. All right. Well, let us continue on and see what else she's got here.
They're so different from us. They're so different from the fish. And so I was thinking about this just in the back of my mind. And I came across an article about the reptilian aliens. And what if...
Yes, Tornado.
Oh god, she went for reptilian aliens.
Oh, yes.
I for one welcome our new evil reptilian overlords, and also, I need a freaking drink that is stronger than fucking Coke.
Yeah.
No, I do not have any bleach.
Yeah.
No. You don't want to deal in Coke there, dude. You're gonna get Hunter Biden at your doorstep.
I think you meant a different kind of Coke.
Yeah.
But then you knew that.
I knew that. Mr. Biden wouldn't.
Brooke.
Okay, well, what about the coke from steel smelting?
I wouldn't know. I should think he would. That actually goes down to white powder, and he'd probably do that, or at least try to.
Well, let's go over to Brooke with the hand up.
Yeah, called it. She went reptilians, and the octopus is not.
Actually, where are the reptilians supposed to be from? Was it Mars or Proxima Centauri?
I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Octopi are not reptilian. I don't even think they're in the reptilian category.
Right.
No, they're not. They're invertebrates.
Oh dear.
Now, reptilians would be vertebrates, but the octopi are not.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure my taxonomy was correct on that one.
All right.
Taxonomy is theftonomy. Sorry, that just popped into my head. A terrible joke.
Anyway, let's continue on.
The reptilian aliens aren't reptilians. They're not the descendants of dinosaurs. What if they're the descendants of octopodes? Because octopodes, they can shapeshift if they...
Wait. Rewind. She was saying something even wackier. Rewind a little.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Let's see. We're at 8:55. I mean, at 55. Let's go back to 45.
Descendants of dinosaurs. What if they're the descendants of octopodes? Because octopodes, they can shapeshift if they swim above a coral reef.
Yeah. That was where I called drink.
Yeah.
Why it's people call drink before the shape-shifting part. That was the part where I wanted to hear her say it.
I have a clarifying question. What the fuck is an octopode?
Yeah, you missed that part.
You know what? Maybe it's for the best if I don't know.
It would be an octopod, and that would be a critter with 8 limbs.
Yeah.
One for each tentacle.
Well, isn't it specifically feet, though? Like a pod, like podiatrist, pod.
Yeah.
That could be too.
Oh, so that includes spiders then. Okay, interesting.
I actually saw something on this earlier today, ironically.
Quadrupeds and hexapods are referred to a number of limbs.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have sworn pod was foot.
Well,
Okay,
we're still quadrupeds, and we have hands and not.
I thought we were bipeds.
Yeah, we're bipeds. I mean, you're not wrong. Our anatomy is essentially the same. It's just our bones are different shapes when it comes to quadrupeds, but we still stand upright, and technically that makes us bipeds. So
why can't I shapeshift?
We're tetrapods, not quadrupeds. We're bipeds.
But
I think I'm going to have an aneurysm.
In theory, we're all theropods, so it actually comes out in the wash. As far as okay, first let's start with you, Red. First off, octopods went in a completely different direction. Octopoids, I think is the actual term. Went in a completely different direction in terms of evolution. Once you've bypassed the whole we regenerated a spine thing, you don't go back. You can't go backwards and go get it.
Right.
It's kind of a thing. And the divergence was so many moons ago. There's just no way to go there. You're not going to get a quadrupedal or theropod base from there. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
Also, dinosaurs turned into birds, not lizards. So you're not even wrong. You're not even wrong. There's nothing in here where we can actually declare you to be wrong, because what you said was so stupid,
right?
So absolutely ignorant that you can't be wrong. There's nothing to grab here.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
let's go over.
Dinosaurs that the avian dinosaurs became birds, and lizards are a completely different thing. The only way you even approach wrong is if dinosaurs and lizards were a thing together at that point. And that, as far as we can tell, has never actually happened.
All right, well, let's go over to Tornado.
I'll take my
What
hand
we've
down.
just seen is Orphan Red going not only completely off the rails, but completely losing the plot. Seriously.
There was a plot?
She doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Seriously. Octopodes? And then she says that they can shapeshift?
Yep.
What? The unholy
Well, they can change their
fuck.
shape, but only to a point.
Right.
What she is saying that these things can basically transform. Just
And roll out?
drugs.
Go with Optimus Prime.
Orphan Red, I have to ask you a question. Drugs? Are you in here for drugs?
Anyway, let's go over to Brooke.
Yes. Okay. First off, the only quote-unquote shape-shifting octopus I can think of is the mimic octopus, and I guarantee that's probably what she's going to be talking about because she mentioned the coral reef, and the mimic octopus is found around Australia, I'm pretty sure. And technically, octopode would technically be correct because the way the English language works, and I learned about this actually ironically earlier today, kind of funny that I get to use it. And that's because when octopus was first discovered, English is more prescriptive or descriptive than prescriptive. So we pluraled it like anything else. We added an S or an ES. So it was octopuses. Then a bunch of nerds got together. It's like, no, I like Latin. So we're going to make it octopi, plural like you would Latin. And some other group of other nerds who like Greek more got together and said, well, octopus actually comes from Greek. So we're going to plural it like Greek. So it became octopodes.
Aha.
Also, it turns out that about 50, 60 years ago, gigawatts was actually a legit pronunciation of gigawatts. So Doc Brown did get it right.
Interesting.
Okay, so basically all three pronunciation, octopi, octopode, and octopuses are technically accurate.
Right. Well,
so I bet she's talking about the mimic. And that's my point.
Well, let's also
1.21 gigawatts of stupid.
Let's also go over to Chris Kelling with the hand up.
Okay. Well, I mean, I keep remembering the James Bond film Octopussy.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That was it.
Anyway, shall we continue on then?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
And then they think, ooh, there's a shark somewhere around.
Dead air.
That's not shape-shifting.
Yeah. That's the
They
mimic.
just immediately, they shift their color, they shift their texture, and so that they blend into the coral reef beneath them. They can shapeshift so that they look like...
Yeah.
Yes, Tornado.
The correct term you're looking for is camouflage, you nitwit.
Yeah.
You know what, Tornado? There is a group of nitwits approaching this house right now with torches and pitchforks.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's an unruly mob going on. They don't want to be positive. They do not wish to be positively associated with Orphan Red.
Mm-hmm.
No, they do not want to be
burn the house down and then sue whatever's left.
Yeah.
So when do they change into Squidward anyway?
Next week, Thursday.
I mean, I play clarinet, and thank God I don't have
I do too.
So, would you rather they're not nitwits, they're nincompoops?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the
Nimrods.
nincompoops would probably scream too.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Nimrods,
that's nincompoop.
The only
was
amoeba,
actually a kid.
we're down in the range where the only amoeba that wouldn't scream are the ones that are already dead.
Right.
Okay.
No, seriously, like even Niglaria fowleri would be upset to be compared to this creature.
Well, let's go over to Brooke, who's got a hand up.
Shoot, what were we talking about? Was Tornado's Point, because he kind of made it. Oh yeah, the camouflage one, and basically yes, this was my point. And also, I want to say, called it the mimic octopus.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what she showed footage of.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it'd be really cool to be able to do that, to be able to
Right.
camouflage myself like that, but, whatever.
Don't do
Yeah.
it, but
I want superpowers, damn it.
Renita, put your hand down.
It would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I had this idea like a week ago to do like an animation about some dude who gets a superpower, but it's just flight. And he's like, I don't know why everyone expects me to like stop bank robberies. All I can do is fly. I'm not bulletproof. I don't have super strength. I mean, if a kitten goes up a tree, sure, I'll do the neighborly thing, but gosh, I'm not putting on a cape. I think that'd be a fun little animation to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
on the
on
flip
that-
side, he'd never have to pay for airfare again.
Well, that would be a thing, yeah.
On the
that
flight
that would
one,
be absolutely valid.
I can think of a way.
Oh, stop! It's just a joke.
To actually use it. You go and you join the Olympics, and you get a gold medal in both high jump and long jump, and set the world record so impossibly out there that no one could touch it.
Yeah.
Well, or do the high dive and let yourself sink so slowly you can do about 1,000 somersaults and flips and crap.
Right.
Oh, and again, 5 half gainers.
Yes,
They would invalidate such a creature.
Yeah.
They really would.
And yes, I am one who would use my superpowers to cheat at things and just basically beat everyone. Yep. I am not ashamed to admit that as far as the superpower go, I want mind control.
Right.
You'd be an awesome delivery boy.
True.
Oh,
But that would
dear.
be like the crappiest superhero, though. Yes, it's delivery boy.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da,
That'd be
What about a
Oh,
super
God.
villain like Doc Ock? I mean,
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, if all you've got is flight, you're a pretty crappy supervillain, too.
look, it's a bike. It's a courier. No, it's delivery boy. Anyway,
Moving on.
Deliver it on!
Oh, hell, do you remember the
we have
video
got
game
so
Paperboy,
sidetracked.
right? Yeah.
If ever a package needs delivering, I'll be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now you've got that in my head, and it will not leave. That is now living rent-free in my mind, and I hate you for it.
You're welcome, Tornado.
All right.
Thou shalt hate us all because we were all complicit.
Yeah. All right. Well, let us continue on, shall we? Here we go.
Deliveries.
Yes.
Like sand or rocks or even other fish. If there are a lot of fish in the background, then the octopodes can just do their little magic trick just immediately. And then
Drink.
None of that works.
Brooke, you have the hand up?
Yes. It's not magic. It's very much similar to how a chameleon works.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well,
we
don't
had
get
that
her started on
conversation
chameleons.
Yes.
Oh.
Also,
Dear.
no, as for me, this object would not actually do well unless it could actually see all the fishies nearby.
Yeah.
So, and then modify itself as the little fishy things move. They don't, and as far as I know, the mimic doesn't actually do that.
Right.
Well, what you got to remember is that animals are kind of stupid sometimes, and so it may be enough to just sort of look vaguely fishy.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, but then all you're doing is providing a signpost. Look over there; those are a bunch of fish that don't fucking move. Let's go get them.
You're basically strapping a neon sign to yourself saying "Bon appetit."
Yeah.
That is actually that's my thinking. Yes.
Well, Squirrel, you also had your hand up, or are you good now?
I'm done.
Okay, I just want to make sure. All right, continuing on.
They look like whatever they're hovering above. And that's how they stay hidden. And so I was thinking, what if that's how the reptilian shape-shifting aliens shapeshift, is that they're just octopode descendants, and so they have this ability to change the texture and the shape.
Yes, Bionic Dance.
Okay, if they're octopode descendants, then they're not exactly aliens, are they?
Yeah, no, not
Right.
quite.
They're 8 times Poe. They're posers.
Yeah.
Drink.
Actually, the argument that she would launch in response to that is that the aliens took the octopodes away, and then copy pasted their DNA into themselves. But Orphan Red can't do this. I really wish she could sometimes. If she just disappear, I think the entire world would be happier.
Yeah.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Yeah. Well, we also have Brooke with the hand up.
Yeah, just that was pretty much asked and answered by everyone. She is just she's really cuckoo on this one, but yeah,
She's a troll.
And the person who, I don't know who it was, who brought up the point of how can the octopus be, I think that was Tornado who said about the octopus can't be a
No.
or whoever said
That
it.
was someone else.
Okay, whoever said it about the, yeah. So you have that, and technically they can be, because in her mind, because she believes the octopuses are aliens, and yeah, also drink call for the shape-shifting reptilian overlords, whatever people.
It'd be simpler just to put on a skin suit.
Yeah. Well, we also had Mom.
Anybody remember that show V?
We also have Mom NATO with the hand up.
Okay, now, the thing I have a question about is if these things are reptilian type, octopod descendant type, whatever the fuck she's coming up with next, does that mean they're water breathers or air breathers? Because, if they're in the ocean because they're octopod descendants, then, you're never going to know if they're fucking there or not, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh!
Pretty much.
This is the logic one comes to expect from Professor Funbags.
Yeah.
Ooh, I heard a bad word.
Excuse me,
All
bad
right.
word where?
Bad words.
Well, let's
And your
I'm
point
going to have a problem
is...
with the hand here for a while because I have a abstraction on my chest.
There you go. Well, let's continue on.
And the color of their bodies. That makes so much more sense to me. So let me know what you think. Do you think that the reptilian aliens might be octopodes? And do you think that maybe I'm a little bit of an alien as well? And are you? Let me know if you think you're an alien too. Okay. Good night. Sweet dreams.
Drink.
Wait.
Yeah, we'll go to Brooke, who's got the hand up first.
Oh God! Oh, you think you might be an alien too? Yeah, are you a crazy nutball as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Is she in front of that camera without clothing, or is that a skin-colored dress?
That was a skin.
It was yellow.
Yeah.
Yellowy gold.
Okay, I thought I'd ask. It was worth the question. Because I've been staring at this thing for a while now because my internet's terrible, and it's all fuzzed out to the point where I couldn't actually determine.
Right.
Is she wearing yellow or some sort of skin colored clothing, or is she just naked from the waist
Well,
up?
it was also really crap video.
Yeah. It was a low quality video.
I apologize for an impertinent question. Carry on.
We also had Tornado with the hand up.
This describes Orphan Red perfectly.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Sound effect of randomness. What do you count?
We also had Bionic Dance with the hand up.
Yeah, either I missed it or it was at the beginning of the video and forgot, but she was trying to explain how she thinks she's an alien hybrid, and then she went to talking about the lizards and the octopuses and all of that shit. And I'm like, when did she connect that to her being a hybrid?
She didn't.
She did.
Yeah, okay, so I'm not nuts on this one. I like she just sort of completely lost the plot.
Mhm.
That like the beginning of what she was talking about just sort of got lost. That's
Yeah.
a shame.
Yeah.
Kate, Kate, we love you to pieces, but let me make this clear. She has to have a plot before she can lose it.
Yeah.
Well, it sounded like she kind of did at first, and then she just sort of decided to babble like a Wikipedia going nuts.
Yeah.
A Wackypedia going nuts.
That's because she typically does stream of consciousness
Mm.
in terms of her scripts, as in she doesn't actually have one, so she doesn't manage to connect bit A with bit B, and then jumps completely to point Q.
Yeah.
Well, it's more of a puddle
makes
of
sense.
consciousness, really.
I mean, I typically do stream of consciousness, and I can keep it together a little better than that
Yeah.
without notes. If I have notes, it's even better.
Well,
Well,
if you have notes, then it's not stream
Anyway.
of consciousness.
we also Tornado, your hand was still up.
Yeah, it's just words cannot describe what Professor Funbags has just put together.
Yeah.
Because it's meaningless!
Pretty much.
Next video, please.
Yeah, we'll get there in a second. Hold on.
Is this the end of this one? Is the question.
It is,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, good.
All right.
I remember it wasn't that
Do
long of
that.
one.
Yeah, but she's
Thank
still
God.
sort of harshed my mellow.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think what it was, like, do you think she's like that sort of weird, hyper baby doll thing all the time, or just for videos? Because
100% of the
she
time,
had
as far
that
as I
sort
know.
of like Pollyanna, whatever. There's a term for it, and I'm completely missing it. But it was like some sort of weird, like she was trying to be a little doll or something. It was
Right.
weird.
Girl.
Little Mary
Yeah.
Sue.
That's more of a literary term, but something
Yeah.
like it. Yeah.
Genki girl.
But yeah, she seemed to. I want to know if that's pure affect, if that's a personality, a persona, or if she's like that all the time. Because if she's like that all the time, I swear she's got to be coked up.
Yeah. She might be. I mean,
Actually, lacking any further evidence as to her personal life, my
Yeah.
guess would be she's like that pretty much 100% of the time.
That's
yeah.
terrifying.
Ah, dear. Well, let's pull up
anything's possible with methamphetamine.
let's pull up our wheel and see what else we got here. So
All
we've
right,
got
guys.
we've got on our wheel, we've still got phenomenon, we've got footprints, we've got cancer, and we've got UFO.
We want
Wheel
cancer.
of misfortune. Turn.
We don't want
turn.
cancer.
Show
No
us the
cancer.
stupid that we
Ever.
should burn.
Because that will
Spin
give
it.
every one of us cancer, and we don't want that.
Come on, big money. No worries, no worries, no worries, no worries, no worries.
Phenomenon.
Oh,
Woo!
I think
got
this is one of
whammy.
mine.
Wow.
I'm not sure though.
Tornado, it's kind of hard to not get a whammy when the whole wheel is a whammy.
Fuck you.
Hey! Hey! You wouldn't do that if you Your mother would object.
Huh?
At least
Anyway,
it didn't land on bankrupt.
yeah.
Sorry,
No,
wrong.
cancer.
Go directly to jail.
No,
Do not
the
pass
entire
go.
wheel is a one big massive bankrupt wedge.
Yeah. All right. So
There's
this
four
one,
bankrupt wedges,
this
actually.
one is called. Where'd it go? Aha! There we go. Breaking mystery space announcement. Never before witnessed phenomenon.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Oh
This
yes.
should be good.
It should be
Now I'm
something. That's
actually
for sure.
Now I'm gonna have to stick around because yeah.
All
What's
right.
up with that?
Let's see
What
here.
is that expression, Chris?
It's Chris being Chris, I think.
Yeah.
What?
He's
Sorry,
knockered.
I was
That's
I was
what's
trying
wrong.
to read the chat that that side-striking.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
It's tiny, teeny tiny. Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
I'm working off my phone, so I have to
Yeah,
go to a
that's what I
different screen
figured.
to see the
Are we
chat,
talking
so-
Early.
Okay, that's a redshifted galaxy.
It's a something, all right.
I know
All
it is. I can see it.
I'm not.
It's a twin red-shifted galaxy.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, even better.
Oh,
What?
Gotta get that plug in there.
Yeah.
It's Glenn Larson's Battlestar Galactica.
Well, let's see what these never.
I want to see Gary Larson's Battlestar Galactica.
Well,
No,
shall
we'll
we
do-
see
we'll-
what
we'll-
the?
We'll give it to Gary Gygax instead.
Shall we see what the never witnessed phenomenon are?
Sure.
yes, please.
All right,
Taco rules.
Be able to hear this, folks.
here we go.
Now, what I'm going to show you here is the approximate position of the Nibiru and its 7 planets coming in.
Oh, drink.
Frank!
Yes, tornado.
Nibiru. He brought up Nibiru. Everybody take a shot.
I already took 2.
That one word is why I decided to submit this video.
Also,
I have
Nibiru
you to
and
blame
its
for this.
7 planets. So Nibiru is a star now, instead
sun.
of being just a planet. Okay, if this was a thing that actually existed in our galaxy, we would be able to see it.
Mm-hmm.
We would be able to make measurements now. So apparently, Nibiru is not a planet, but a star system.
Either that or like the aliens living on it managed to cloak the whole planet. They have some really cool device that can do it. It like
Oh
reflects
God,
light.
no, not the Nibiru Planet X alien.
I'm screwing
Oh,
with you,
seriously,
Tornado. I'm just screwing with you.
Yeah. Oh dear.
No, you should have been there for Miss Claudia Albers.
Oh yeah.
Let's not
She was
say
a
we did.
peach. We also have tornado. You still have your hand up? Are you good? Okay, good.
Sorry.
And then we got squirrel.
Okay, so here's the deal. They keep pushing this Nibiru thing. Apparently, it was originally supposed to be either Jupiter or Saturn. I forget which. Pretty sure it was Jupiter. Somebody will correct me in the chat if I've screwed that one up. But here's what you got going on. What you have here is a double spiral galaxy, based on an image of that big red spot. That object is not nearly close enough. That's actually a Hubble Deep Field image. So yeah, let's go there. That thing is probably that thing's at least a couple billion light years from here, and it's moving away. Okay, it's going in the other direction. That's why it's redshifted this way.
Right.
It is
Twin
severely
redshifted.
redshifted. It's a long way away. You have no connection to Nibiru, this star system, or any other. What you're looking at is a whole fucking galaxy. Actually, it looks like what we've got is 2. They're in the middle of collision.
Right.
Well, but don't some spiral galaxies have multiple arms?
Well, yeah, actually, most of them do. We're actually, if I remember correctly, we're actually 2 arms, but we've seen them. If I remember correctly, the paper I read about 6 or 8 months ago, they've actually found them with 3 and 4 spiral arms. Most of the time, when you get galaxies that are either colliding or have suffered collisions, they tend to be more like a kind of oversized cloud of various stars.
So how
Also known
often do
as
you think when
irregular
Worlds
galaxies.
Collide gets turned into a documentary?
Not very often, actually.
Well, space is that big.
We don't exactly know how it worked in the early going. It's kind of hard to pin it all down. We don't have it. We're expecting the James Webb Telescope to help us explain that. But that's not due to come online fully for another couple of 3 months.
Yeah.
It's sometime in August. We're actually supposed to be getting that. We're supposed to get that online properly. Well, we got the first images from James Webb, and you can actually see a whole bunch of, you can see a great big pattern of stars. It actually turns out to be a single image from each of the mirrors on board.
Right. Oh
But
dear.
yeah, no, that's a severely redshifted galaxy, and that's actually an infrared plot. False color. That's a false color infrared plot. And I
Well,
don't know how they managed to image it that closely.
yeah.
Well,
let's,
there
go ahead.
are also like Photoshop filters that'll just make that.
Well,
Right.
okay, and that means that he's operating off something that was fake from the beginning, which
Well,
makes
I
him
don't
once
know
again
that he did
not
that.
even wrong.
I don't know that he did that. I'm just saying it's possible.
Yeah.
Well, again, if this is in fact what you're talking about, and it's not impossible, then you're dealing with he can't even be wrong because garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I present to you my best explanation of what is actually happening here. There is no Nibiru, and we have no actual orbital evidence of such a creature, nor are we actually seeing enough perturbation to make up for it. In fact, the last paper I saw about perturbation in the various orbits indicated that the mass in question was occupied mostly by the various clouds out there. Somewhere
I
between
know
the Hell's
that-
cloud and the Oort cloud.
I know that like these days we're a lot more progressive and all that, but should we really be talking in public about perturbation?
No.
Sorry, I'll just see myself out.
Yes. Doors on your left. Grab your coat.
Oh dear. Well, we also have Brooke with the hand up.
Perturbation. Well, okay.
Let's.
Things. Yeah, we don't have any evidence. We don't have a sufficient amount of evidence to suggest that there are any TNOs large enough to do this kind of damage.
Right.
And it would still require something about half the size of Jupiter to do.
Shall we move on with the?
Let's go over to Brooke.
Yeah, just Nibiru. That's pretty much all I need to say.
Yeah.
Complete bullshit.
Pretty much. Chris?
Couple things I wanted to ask is, now spiral arm galaxies look a lot like space octopi. So I wonder if the
God damn it,
reptilian overlord.
Don't, Chris, don't get me started.
Well, wait a minute.
Now, next,
We
Chris,
don't need. We do not need.
Word to Bureau was bad enough. Let's not go there, please.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
and that's not an octopus. It's a starfish.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah.
Please let
Oh,
us
dear.
not remember
Okay,
Professor
now
Funbags.
The second thing I wanted to ask is Bilu from
Oh God! Why are you talking about the alien in the bush?
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's why. Because people forgot about it. We need to remember.
Jeez.
I'm lucky I wasn't actually there for this for those.
Yeah.
When you started putting up a little sign that says "No more Jessica" or "No more what's your Albers,"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Albers.
then that was kind of my sign to maybe watch once in a while.
All right. Well, let us continue on here.
Because this is apparently a genuine photograph, in the center there
Frank.
with this red with a black dot.
Yes, Tornado.
What did he say?
He said it's a genuine photograph.
I mean, maybe it is, but it's also a really shitty one.
Yeah.
Well, again, you're talking about Hubble Deep Field. I've seen one like it, but you're talking about something to the near end of the Hubble Deep Field.
Right.
So it's not impossible. It's just
Also,
really
It,
fracking
it
unlikely.
really does look like a really bad Photoshop job too.
yeah.
Like
well-
I feel like I've made this image before I was any good at it.
I can see something there called Jupiter in the just off to the right of this. So I am going to guess that this thing is either a Hubble Deep Field image or is completely fracking made up.
Yeah.
In fact, judging by the fact that we can
have no way to. We actually don't have a way to determine which is truly unfortunate.
considering the fact
I
that
would
there's
personally love to know.
Well, I mean, if someone's that curious, you could probably just look up like Hubble space images or something on Google image search.
Yeah.
Well, actually, a Google image search would be more useful to take a screenshot of the original video and then use that to do the search.
Right.
Well, knock yourself out.
You mean a reverse image search?
Reverse
maybe
image search.
maybe I just missed it. Did he actually say where this is in the sky?
No, he did not.
Okay,
You
because
have to find the original image in the Hubble.
I can't because there's labels on the stars there, but I literally can't read them because they're so blurry.
Right.
Those aren't stars.
If we find the original image, then that would be easier.
Because first of all, I very much highly doubt there's the giant, very conspicuous red blob in the middle of this image with these other it looks totally out of place.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, I mean,
Well,
all he has to
would.
do to say, because I think it sounded like he was about to say where this is in the sky, and all you need to do to list that is its right ascension and declination, which is essentially it's latitude, it's the sky version of latitude, longitude. Like all he has to say is where that is, and then anyone can just look in that place in the sky and see if they see this conspicuous red blob.
Right.
Which I bet they won't.
And like,
That would be my
okay,
bad.
I see Jupiter there, but in the upper left, it looks like it says Alabama. What is that?
Yeah, that's about right. Alabama is kind of out there sometimes.
But still.
I think it says Athena.
Oh yeah, okay.
Hill, I have a drink call on you. You're expecting them to cite sources?
Yeah.
Well, I just want to see what the letters say.
I think it says Athena. Athena.
Okay. I like Alabama better.
Again, it wouldn't be that hard. Somebody take a screenshot. Somebody grab a screenshot and send it to me. I will look it up myself and get back to you guys sooner rather than later. No later than the next movie night.
No other sizes of this image found.
Oh hey.
All right. Well, let's continue on and see what else we've got here.
And the what appears to be a planet up to the left. It's coming in. This photograph, what I'm going to show you on Stellarium, is set up for Hobart,
Thank you.
Tasmania, south of Australia, and you'll see Jupiter. Now, if you just notice around here, the stars aren't that numerous, and I think what's happening is that the light coming from the distant star.
Oh well, no, never mind. I mean, it sounds like he's about to say it, but it's like there's probably a whole bunch of light that's not getting through. It's either drowned out by local light and all that, like the way you can't see stars in a city kind of thing.
Right.
I mean, it sounds like he's about to say
Drink.
that, but I don't know.
Does he think this object is like a galaxy coming at the Milky Way, or is it just like another solar system essentially?
What we'd have to be talking about something that size is will either be a very large nebula reasonably close, or another galaxy that's still headed away from it. That's pretty freaking red.
Yeah, because I was going to say,
Very
first of all, if it's a galaxy, then there's no way it's interacting with the stars in the foreground.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what he's saying, because I
Well,
also it's absurdly red.
No. The thing is, I think he still thinks it's a planet. That's the thing is, we can interpret this as a normal, we get the idea. I think he still thinks that's a planet.
Well, I guess we'll have to listen and find out.
Yeah.
Well, again, you could be looking at a fairly close nebula. It's of course assuming that the picture on the lower left was just copy pasted because it looked cool.
Well, that's a generous assumption.
Well, why don't we?
I am being kind of generous, yeah.
Why don't we go ahead and see?
Let's
Oh,
see if he
Tornado, you got
explains
your hand
himself.
up.
Ah,
Yeah, he said this was in. He said this was actually in Stellarium, which is what I'm currently doing right now. I'm going to figure out what this is and see if this is a huge nothing burger.
Probably.
Solarium.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it was in Stellarium.
I don't know what that is.
It rings a bell, but not a very loud one.
Well, let's see what else he's got here. Let's listen in and see what else he's got.
Are being absorbed into the rear of the magnetic field because the light
Rear.
is being bent. I mean,
Hey, what?
light is bending in space all the time.
Correct.
In the old Cathay Road.
Yeah, squirrel.
Probably just means one of the poles.
Yeah, can you back that up about 15, 20 seconds? I don't think I heard what I think I heard.
Let's see. Okay.
I mean, it's just one of those cultural things, like, you know, the way the British will say boot and bonnet instead of hood and trunk on a car.
Mhm.
Maybe it's just one
That's
of those
not
deals.
what I was hearing.
All right. Let's
Okay.
see.
Can we have that? Can we have that again?
Are being absorbed into the rear of the magnetic field because the light is being
Okay,
bent.
no. Absolutely not. Okay. Magnetic fields require a magnetic field big enough to affect something like that, especially the backside of a magnetic field, whatever the fuck that means. Okay, magnetic fields are small and are localized to an object.
I just.
You
I
have
don't
to have
think
an
it's really.
object present.
Like, he's not really
And
saying.
you're looking at a thing way the fuck out there.
Like, I'm not really sure what he thinks he's even saying. Like, somehow the magnetic field is doing something to those stars. It's just really, pardon the pun, it's very nebulous. Like, I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
Right.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. The entire line was word salad of the highest order.
All I
Yeah.
want is
I
for him to
thought
say
Jordan
where
was
it is in
bad.
the sky. That's all I want.
I
I'm a
thought
simple
Jordan
man.
was bad. No.
He said something about Australia.
Well, I think that's
Okay.
just where, like, I think he's, like, using Stellarium. Just look at this from basically Australia, New Zealand kind
I
of
see
area.
what you're
I'm not
saying.
sure what
I
he's
see what
looking
you're saying.
at, though. So I guess it's
Yeah.
somewhere in the southern sky, but where exactly it is anyone's guess.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to find this.
It's over there.
I don't have enough Starfield.
In
to
that
tell you.
general direction.
Right.
Mhm.
I don't have enough Starfield here to tell you, Hill. I do know that there are some nebulae that are reasonably close. You know, within
Well,
about.
first of all, you're assuming that this is an actual, like, just a screen grab that he didn't, like, put a little blotch on top of, essentially.
Yeah.
Well, we have to make several assumptions here, and without being able to make some kind of an assumption, we have no place to start from.
Yeah, I guess.
So this is where I'm going. We're talking about a nebula or a very distant galaxy. And again, a magnetic field requires a large chunk of some sort of metal, usually,
Mhm.
along with the dynamo effect. So guess what, dude? Your assertion here about the backside of a magnetic field, again, whatever the fuck that means, is way the fuck out there.
Yeah.
I think by backside, he probably means like the negative pole or the south pole or whatever.
Mhm.
I just suspect.
You have to. The only way you're going to get a backside is if you're looking from the inside.
I
of this
just
thing,
think
and-
it's a
and-
terminology difference. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, terminology. Again, if you're dealing in science, terminology needs to be as precise as possible.
Well, maybe, but if he's saying front side and back side, like positive and negative poles, north and south poles, I'm like, okay, that's a weird way to express it, but gotcha. You know,
Right.
I mean, I'm only suspecting that's what he means. I don't know.
Mhm.
Does anyone have an
Which, of
idea of
course,
when
would
this
make
video
him-
was
which, of
uploaded?
course, would make him unqualified to speak on the topic.
No, I'm not sure, Tornado.
Entirely unqualified.
Okay, it's fine.
If he's going to do a thing,
I mean, I'm not going to defend his scientific chops.
Yeah, he doesn't
Right.
have any. If you are correct, and I'm not saying this is impossible, we're looking at someone who does not possess the skills to speak to know whereof he speaks.
Mm-hmm.
Buck actually being qualified to talk about anything remotely resembling.
Right. Well, let's continue on and see what else he's got here.
Light is bending in space all the time. In the old cathode ray tubes, which is the old television sets, that's how a television set works. You bend the light. Electrons coming out the screen.
Yes, Tornado?
That's not how a cathode ray tube works. You're not bending light, you're bending electrons, because electrons can be affected by electromagnetic fields. Light manifests as both a particle.
Yeah.
Yeah, the light that you see from a television is caused by the electrons causing the various pixels to phosphoresce, as in they emit light in response to the excitation due to the electrons.
Yeah.
That is what you see coming off your television set, not the light itself being bent by an electromagnetic field, you fucking twit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well said. Well said.
Well, let's
gonna let that go.
Yeah, let's continue on.
So I'll now go over to Stellarium and show you the same scene, basically. So there's Jupiter there. I'll pull that over. So in this area here is where I was showing you. Now I'm going to show you what happens when we get out and away from that spot that I've determined where this is going to be. And you'll see how the light comes on. And then as we go back towards where I think that the Nibiru object is the lights go out, so I go back again, the lights go on. So the light is being bent.
Yes, Brooke?
Yeah, just... He has... So he's basically, what I'm assuming is a computer program which does like a simulation where stars will be based on what he's showing, not actual current live photos, and that's his whole argument.
Yeah. That also cuts out that also cuts out our Photoshop.
It seems like what he's doing is saying like, okay, because this program I'm using has some sort of funky artifacting, or it has like a system where it fades things in or out, which, by the way, I could point to like Google Earth, for example, and the way it fades labels in and out on you, sometimes in ways you wish it wouldn't. You know, I mean, he seems to be basing this whole thing on like, what, everything disappears if I look too closely at Nibiru or some crap. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see him try to do this in meat space with his own eyes.
In Squirrel.
Yeah, that's not a thing that will happen.
Yeah.
Well, but I'd like it.
Yeah, in Squirrel, I'm going to say that Photoshop is still on the table option for the first one. Both they looked at where it had the red spot in it.
We're actually looking at that. We're actually looking at the software in real time.
Now we are
something resembling it, so that does in fact cut out our.
No. Listen to what he said. He said, and now if you look, I have this program set up to show where the red spot's predicting where it would be. So that would have been a photo he took. Versus here would be the real time one. It's a different set. It's not the same thing. So he could have photoshopped the first image. That's still a possibility out there.
Actually, we saw him moving the mouse around to pan away from that object. So yeah, no, the Photoshop thing is dead.
No, that was after he had switched over. Then he panned when it was still there, which is a solid image of what looked like a screenshot.
Yeah. Well, let's see what else he's got here.
Either way.
Oh, hey.
Back a bit.
Let's see the rest of it, stupid.
And absorbed by the Nibiru object. So we'll go up now towards Taurus, which is up here, and you'll see the light comes on again. There's Taurus there. The light's going off and on.
Okay. I'm going to call a massive drink on this. This is...
Yes, Tornado?
Finish the button.
I'm looking at about where he'd be looking in his first image. There is nothing there. There is nothing there that even resembles a red spot.
Yeah.
In
We
fact,
also don't know what date he's looking at, because I could do something similar in Space Engine right now, and it would be completely different.
True. But let's see what else he's got. I'm sure he's gonna get to, science-y stuff here soon.
Yeah.
So possibly this hasn't been noticed by the authorities. I'll just go up again.
What?
Now she comes on again.
Why does he care about the authorities?
Wait, drink.
Conspiracy.
Okay, drinkity.
Yes, Kate.
All right. I mean, number one, yeah, he probably means like I don't know, not NASA, but whoever the hell, some astronomy, kind of thing, astrophysics, all that crap. That's really who he means by authorities. I don't think he means the police. I think he means scientific authorities.
Right.
But also, maybe I'm misunderstanding, but it looks like he's scrolled like past the bit where he thinks Nibiru is, and stars fade out. And then he kept scrolling downward as stars faded back in again, and then faded out again later in a completely other place that's not where Nibiru is. So how's he about to explain that, if at all?
Yeah, I don't think he will, to be honest.
Oh,
way too much
darn
faith
it.
in
Oh,
him.
nerds.
But let's see. Maybe we're wrong.
Oh, it.
Jupiter just goes off screen. Now we'll go left and right. Give it some perspective. Light comes on.
He got a.
Chris,
one of
mute
the
yourself.
guys picked- oh, sorry.
Light comes on
say
again.
Lambda? Oh, no.
So it would appear to be around this area here. Not to say that it is, but it appears to be that's where the effect is occurring. Now, it could be behind Jupiter itself. It could be over this area here. But somewhere in this general vicinity.
hey, whoa.
So that's just a little update on what I've been
Great.
able to...
Yes, Tornado.
Guess what I don't see in that image now?
Clowns?
That
No,
thing,
the red
that little
spot.
red spot.
Okay, that tells me what I wanted to know anyway.
For the
Oh.
record, Capella is pretty close to the constellation of Orion, which is for us in the northern hemisphere. That should be pretty easy to see
Yes,
about
it
now.
is.
Yeah.
So, if
We
you
should
want,
be able
go
to-
take
yes,
a look
we should
to
be
a
able
bit.
to see Capella at this
Take a
time.
look around Orion, see if you see a huge red spot that is whatever this guy is looking for.
He's in Australia, so
Oh.
that's not going to be the way it works. All right, so let me enlighten people. He actually since he sped it up. Chances are, this nebula, which I'm going to assume that it is now, rather than a galaxy, will have evaporated over a considerable length of time, turned into stars, and just off you go. Which is probably why he's not finding it now.
Right.
That is the most likely scenario.
So a supernova remnant?
Probably. With most of the nebula compacted into other stars that are probably on the faint side.
And when
You
was
might
this
not
first
actually
reported?
see it in the simulation. But yeah, Capella's over near Orion. That's up here in the north. If he was talking about something in the general neighborhood of the Southern Cross, then we'll talk.
Okay.
Should we continue on? We're almost done, actually, so we're doing pretty well.
We've already
It sounds like
debunked
he's
this
winding up. He said, well, this is just a little update, which sounds
Right.
like people are wrapping it up. So
Yeah, let's take a look here. We're almost finished.
to determine could be a possible indication of where it is coming in from. And of course, Castor and Pollux down here is the twins, first and second coming. So
Why did you not mark it? There's Castor and
I'll talk to you later.
Do you believe?
That's the end of it, at least.
Where are you getting this from? Actually, I do know where that comes from. I know exactly what that is.
Oh God, drink on the planet Earth thing. Just drink on that. That makes me nauseous just looking at it.
Yeah.
Why?
I can see Japan. I can see Africa. I can see Saudi Arabia. Holy fuck, this guy doesn't know anything about geography.
What
Are you
about
surprised?
Hoboken and Secaucus? Can you see those?
Hey, leave Hoboken alone.
I just wanted to know if it was visible.
Probably.
No, we aren't visible. This is the upper part of the eastern side of the planet.
Yeah, I can see China.
Yeah, China, India, bunch of other fun places. It's a nice
China
wide angle. It's a lovely wide angle shot. But I want to know where they got the second moon from.
Yeah.
No,
explain that to me?
Squirrel. I can see Saudi Arabia near what looks to be the coast of China, South Korea, and Japan.
No,
if you look over on the left side, you can actually see the geographical shape of Saudi Arabia and the Nile
I know.
River.
I can see the Persian Gulf too. Guess what?
Those
I see two moons, and they shouldn't be there.
Weird thought. Is there
Yes.
like part of Arabia that's not Saudi?
Yeah, quite a bit of it. A bunch of it up further north.
Okay.
And some bits
Because
along the
it's just
south-
weird because
and-
it's
and
been a
some bits
while
along
since
the
I've
south
heard
part of
anyone
the
just say Arabia.
Right.
Like it's weird. Like I thought maybe it was just a historical thing from Aladdin.
Man, I leave for 1 second.
I'm
What
kidding.
the fuck are you
Come on,
guys
I'm
talking
kidding.
about?
Well,
Anyway, is that supposed to be Earth?
with two moons?
It's looking
I'm
especially barren.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
I'm
what
not.
color
I'm not
shift
going to
is
ask.
for.
I'm just not. I'm just going
Yeah,
to.
you're
I think it's
you're
just
better
that
off,
so much
Hillel.
of it is dark that all we see is cities and the water isn't very apparent.
Right.
Yes, that's right. All the lighty bits.
Uh-huh.
Oh dear.
Moving
All
on?
right. Yeah.
Well, it's pretty much over.
Yeah,
thank God.
It is. Let me see here. Just bear with me 1 second. Okay.
I'm guessing this is the last video of the night.
I was just taking a
I
look
know,
at that because
yeah.
otherwise, otherwise our next videos are all well over 5 minutes each, up to like 12 minutes. So, we'd be here for another like 2 hours at least.
Yeah.
So we may wrap it up here
Can
for
we
the
get
night.
a half-hour skip, please?
Yeah.
I'm just hardcore yawning too.
I'm
That
I'm
takes
beat tonight.
all the
I'm
other-
I'm quite tired.
All right. I want to hear
Yeah,
the last.
so-
What do we got? Like 30 seconds of this thing left? 10 seconds? What do we got?
Of this video, I think it's just
Yeah.
Please rate and subscribe almost certainly,
Yeah.
Did
right?
he?
Let us know what you think and what you want to know in the comment section below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want
Did
to
he,
know, did you have your head all the way up your ass?
I have a question. I must have blinked and missed it. Did he make a point? Because it seemed like he was saying, "Oh, there's this red fuzzy thing in the sky that you can see and then also can't see. Remember to like and subscribe."
He
Was there a
trying
point
to
in there
say
somewhere?
that like the starlight was getting absorbed if you look too closely at it using a computer program.
Uh-huh.
And it
That was-
just-
that was it.
exactly what it is.
So there was not. He didn't like go outside and like, "Hey, there it actually is. There it is in the sky." It's like if
Well,
you
not
go
in the
to
video.
this program, there isn't a red fuzzy blotch. Cool.
I won't defend his dumb. The guy's a nut bar.
Oh, I'm not asking you to defend it. I'm just trying to understand.
I know. I just yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yep, that was fun. That was a thing we did. And well, thank you.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, thank you everybody for coming out to view our oh so lovely videos today. Anyway, we are going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much everybody for coming out. Don't forget to reach out if you would like to be on the panel. By all means, come on out and join us. You can see how entertaining our panel is. So please join
I think
join
you
to
can
it.
be. I think you can be with the panel. You can't be on.
Yes, it would be
panel.
hard to be on the panel. That's true.
Oh, just watch me.
You can. Hillel is always in the panel,
Go up
but
more often.
Yes.
We appreciate your input.
I feel like I'm sometimes under the
I don't
panel.
know.
That's
I
true.
just want. I'm like scared of someone who decides to be up the panel.
up the panel without a paddle.
Unfortunately, we're more likely to be under the desk than under the panel.
Yeah.
Behind the panel is actually a possibility.
Oh dear. Well, thank
Like
you
I'm
again,
deep inside the
everybody.
panel.
I'm such a child.
I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you, panel. And with that,
I
say
didn't
good.
realize we were ending the stream. I'm sorry.
I'm going to use the rest of this week.
No,
I guess,
you're good. Well,
Don't worry about it.
with that,
Good night,
everybody,
panel.
say
Wait a
good night,
minute.
panel. Say good night, panel.
Good night,
Good night,
panel.
panel.